Hello, welcome in everybody, XWeaverX. Today I'm going to be running you through the Easter egg here on Ashes. The first thing we need to do is actually come over here and follow all the story prompts here. We're going to go ahead and open this up. And if you didn't know, you can get your knife out. You can get crit kills now for even more points in this game. So we'll go ahead and do that. And then we're going to get Ted's head out. And then from here, we actually want to go ahead and build Tessie here with Ted's head, upgrade it. Now something else I like to do is I like to come over here. This always spawns in the same location. Go ahead and pick that up. It's a fumigator. And then I also like to do this if you do have a power keg. This is super useful early game as we can pop this and have our toxic growth. And then every round you can come over here, hit the vending machine like we could in Liberty Falls. I'm going to go ahead and pop my toxic growth on this, and then I'm going to go ahead and spray that. And what this is going to do is this is actually going to give us really good rewards compared to how we not done it. So right off the bat, we already got a perk, and we can keep doing this every round until our toxic growth goes away. So early game, beginning few rounds, what I like to do is do this to get pack crystals, to get purple ether tools, to get perks, whatever we want to get, we can usually get from this. So alright, let's see. We got 500 points off that. But again, we can run over here and hit our vending machine. And we got a pack crystal right out of the vending machine. How awesome is that? Okay, so that's actually really crispy, dude. But yeah, so that's kind of what I like to do to get my game set up is I go through and I do this. So anyways, once you get everything set up, what we want to do is grab Tessie, grab Ted's head, upgrade Tessie, and then the things we want to do here is we want to turn the power on. There's going to be 3 separate locations we got to turn the power on. One's going to be here at the farm, which is where we're heading. Another is going to be at Blackwater Lake, and then another is at Ashwood. However, there are things we can be doing in the process of going and turning these powers on. So in this tutorial, I'm going to try to show you how I do this in the most efficient way. If you are high enough level, go ahead and spawn in with a combat axe. It's going to make this actually a little bit easier for you. I'm not a high enough level. I did prestige, so I'm not able to go ahead and spawn in with a combat axe, but it's no worries. So we want to go ahead, shoot all the spores, get that power turned on, and then we're going to go ahead and open this up. Now you can actually wall run and jump up and hold the interact key to hit that power switch. But if you can't do it, just head up the steps here. And right off to the side is going to be the power switch. Go ahead and turn that on. Now also there's another fumigator here for if you're playing in co-op, somebody else can grab that. Now I also like to do while I'm here, I like to get the free wisp perk because we are going to need it for the Easter egg. So you might as well come up here and do this. It's super easy. You just come up, interact with this TV until you get the 2 girls. Once you get the 2 girls on the screen, what you need to do is you just got to stare at it. You don't have to interact. You just got to stare at the screen here. Once you stare long enough, they're going to disappear. And then from there, we need to go interact with the TV some more. So I'm going to go ahead and cycle back. You can jump up this little ledge here. Okay, once we get just the 1 girl on the screen, we're good to go to the next part, which is going to be down here in the cellar. So come down here. And over in this corner, we're going to see the missing twin. She's going to be playing tic-tac-toe. So go ahead, just go up to her. It's going to trigger her. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to interact. Just do that. Just walk up to her. She's going to despawn. And then from there, we're going to head back up here. We're going to stare at the TV once more. Both twins are going to be on there. You just got to stare at it. Once you stare at it long enough, it's going to do the static again. And then you just want to go up and keep interacting with it again. Now this can be annoying because of how slow the TV actually turns the channels. And dealing with these zombies are kind of a pain in the butt as well, but I mean it's doable. It's really not that bad. So you're just going to keep interacting with this until you see this. They're both going to be missing. And then we're going to come over here and we're going to grab our free Wisp Tea perk. So there we have it. We got our free Wisp Tea. Now what I like to do here also is I don't like to kill anything because I don't want this to proc yet. So I try to avoid everything. Now also I do want to mention if you do have the combat axe, you go ahead and throw it at this foot here. Again, we're going to come back to do that. We don't have to do it right off the rip, but just know if you do have a combat axe, either from one of the spore drops or you spawn in with it, go ahead and chop that foot off. So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to hop in the car. And I'm going to try to avoid killing anything because I don't want my Wisp Tea to activate. So if I can get here without killing anything, we want to try to get to Ashwood because this is going to make this a little bit easier for us as well. And you'll see what I'm talking about when we get there. So I'm just going to go ahead, try to avoid killing anything. Okay, as you see, I just killed something coming into Ashwood, which that's perfectly fine because this is exactly what we want to do. So with your Wisp activated, you want to come over here to this room and it's going to go directly to the mirror and break it. Now you can do this at any point in the Easter egg. You don't have to have all the power turned on to do this. However, for efficiency manners, this is why I like to do it this way. So that part is out of the way. And then from here, I like to come over here and activate the second power here. And this is going to be the Ashwood power. And once you have that complete, come over here to hit the power switch. And then from here, you want to head down. Now, if you hold the crouch key before you fall, you will go into a roll. And that's going to reduce the damage you take from falling. It's a very cool thing. Go ahead, park Tessie in here, come over here and upgrade. This is going to give us Pack-a-Punch. Okay, now that we have Pack-a-Punch, we go on to the next step. So the next step we want to do is actually head over this way to Blackwater. Now I'm going to try to not kill any of these zombies because I want to try to do this as efficiently as I can. As I kill 2 zombies backing up. It's no biggie. We still have 2 zombies. Now, pay attention to these purple crystals there as you're driving between the zones because we are going to have to come back and use one of them. Doesn't matter which one, as long as you have a purple crystal, we're going to be good. But that's going to be for a later step, so don't mind that. So once we get here to Blackwater, we're going to go ahead and activate this power. Grab that loose change. And then we're going to come up the steps here, and the power is going to be right here. Go ahead and interact. Now we're going to do a side Easter egg as well. This is really great to get that combat axe in case you don't have one. Interact with the trophy here. And then we're going to come right here and grab this pickaxe here, or combat axe, pardon me. And then we're going to come over here and we're going to do this target practice. This is with Mr. Peaks. It's very simple. You just want to hit all these targets. If you miss, no worries. Your combat axe will come back to you. As you see, I am missing quite a bit here, but no biggie. Okay, so I like to do this because 1, we have the combat axe now, and we need that for the foot at the farm. 2, we get rewards from Mr. Peaks, possibly pack crystals like we have here, and then weapons as well. I'm going to actually go ahead and pack my knife here. Now, before we go, there is one other thing we do want to grab. So come in here, and we're going to come right back here. And we're going to grab this jar. Now this spawns here every single game. The location never changes. So go ahead and grab that. And now we're going to head back over to the farm. Now I do want to mention on the way to the farm, I am going to get the free jug perk. I have videos showing how to get free jug, free quick revive, speed cola, or stamina. But in this game, I'm going to do the free jug. So to get started with that, we're going to grab this leaf here. And we're going to hop back in the car. And we're going to head back to the farm. Okay, once we get here to the farm, go ahead and interact with this cow here, the carcass. That's going to plant that jar we just picked up. And now that we also have our combat axe, we can come over here as well and do this. So essentially this whole Easter egg is turning on the 3 powers, and then it's a whole bunch of fetch quests. So now we have this foot cut off here, and now we need a Molotov. So you can either go get a Molotov, which is one at Ashwood. I'm going to go ahead and show you that. Or you could just go ahead and craft one if you have enough salvage and you're a high enough level. But for those that don't want to do that, I'm going to show you where you can get that. So we're going to head right back over here to Ashwood. And then right here at Ashwood is going to be our Molotov. So go ahead and grab that. Okay, so coming back here to the farm, we're going to go throw a Molotov at the foot we cut off. So go ahead and do that. Okay, now we can go over here and pick up the human bones. That's going to be the same thing every game, by the way. We always go chop the foot off and throw the Molotov every game. Now, this piece that we planted here with the jar, this takes 3 rounds, so we have to go through 3 rounds before we can come back and pick this up. So in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and do some other things while we're waiting. So while we're waiting, I'm going to come here to the diner. And again, there's multiple things we can be doing right now. The main objective to start the Easter egg is to get Pack-a-Punch unlocked on Tessie and to get the power turned on. And then from there, we do all these fetch quests in which we have to get all of these pieces for the serum. So far, we got the foot and we have the jar. Okay, so now that I'm here in the diner, I do want to mention there is a combat axe here as well. If you don't want to do the Mr. Peak side Easter egg, or for whatever reason you don't have a combat axe, you lost that, you can come here to the diner and you can get one right there. Now to do this jug-free Easter egg, another piece is going to be these eggs. It's not required for the main Easter egg. Again, this is just the side Easter egg for the free jug. But this is the most efficient way that I do things, so I'm going to show you it anyways. So basically what we're waiting to do now is we're waiting for a Ravager round because we want to use a trap to kill the Ravager, and we're going to get the eyes from the Ravager doing so. So basically we got to do that. And then our next part we need as well is going to be from Uberklaus, which he doesn't spawn until round 8. So in between the rounds before round 8, I like to come here to the diner because as soon as we open up these doors, we're going to spawn in the cook. So that's who we're looking for, is the zombie that's labeled the cook. And they're going to drop a key for us, and that key is going to unlock this freezer here. So I'm just going to run around this building until I find that cook zombie. You don't have to be in the building, you just have to open these doors and be in this whole area over here in the 115 area. But you don't have to actually be in the building the whole time. You just got to make sure that building door is open. Now also, I do want to mention too, there is another vending machine here for the free stuff. You can come over and melee it. There's our cook zombie we're looking for. He's going to have that freezer key for us. Let's go ahead and pick that up. And then we're going to head right back in and we're going to open the freezer here. We're going to grab our abomination carcass. Now we have everything we need it here. We are going to come back here in a little bit to get that free perk for the free jug. But for now, we're going to go ahead, hop back in Tessie, and we're going to head back to Ashwood. With that part, we're going to pull in the garage and we're going to go build it. So just come over to the table. That's going to give us our abomination upgrade. And then from here, we want to go find the purple crystals we've seen driving in between the zones. Now, I do recall seeing one right over here, so I'm going to go for this one over here. And you got to have the abomination head for this, but this is going to give us another piece that we need. So, find one of the purple crystals. Here's one right here. And you want to shoot the laser beam at it. Now, you do want to be careful in these zones, too, because these get very dangerous very fast. But this is the piece we're looking for, the Horde Husk chunks. So go ahead and grab that. That's always going to be on your first purple crystal you break open, no matter where that purple crystal is. Once you break that purple crystal open, the first one, that's going to drop you the Horde Husk. So I'm going to head back here to farm really quick because I forgot to grab a piece that I want for the jug. So I'm going to head back here to farm. This piece right here is going to be for our free jug Easter egg. Also, if you did the free wisp Easter egg, when you come around to the farm on different rounds, you can find the twins dancing in different spots. Just go up to them. They're going to give you free loot like essence and armor plates, salvage as well. Now, I still have a round to go collect that, so I'm going to come back for that. Okay, I'm going to come back here to the diner so I can get my free jug, and then I'm going to go ahead and flip the round as well. Alright, we got the free jug. Now, either round 4 or 5, we should be getting the Ravengers. Possibly round 6, but for me, it's usually 4 or 5. So what we want to do is we want to get those Ravager eyes. Again, this is another part that we need for our serum. So far, we have 3 of the 6 items, which is a great start. Now, for this part, the Ravager eyes that we're going to be getting, again, we got to get Ravengers to spawn in. It doesn't have to be on a Ravager round. It just needs to be when a Ravager is here. So we didn't get it this round. That's okay. I'm going to go ahead and flip one more round. So on the Ravager round, or again, whenever you have a Ravager, I like to do it on the Ravager round because you can get this done super easily and very early on. So on your very first Ravager round, you want to come over to one of these traps and you just want to activate it. So the first Ravager you kill here is going to drop the Ravager eyes. So go ahead and pick that up. Now we have 4 of our 6 parts here. Also, our serum should be ready from the jar. It's been 3 rounds, so we're going to head back to the farm now. On my way, I'm going to break any of these purple crystals because they could drop perks and other goodness for us. Look at that, we just got Speed Cola, baby. Heck yeah. And also, these green ones here are going to give us salvage or essence, and then they also additionally heal Tessie for us as well. So coming back here to the farm, our part is ready. Let's go ahead and pick that up. And then we're going to make our way back over to the spawn because it's almost round 8. So we're going to head back over there. I'm going to go ahead and grab myself Quick Revive. Now, if you need a stun grenade, there is going to be one here at spawn. We're going to be using that later on. And in the meantime, I am going to go ahead and activate my Toxic Growth on this. Alright, we got a free perk. Oh, very nice. Alright, heck yeah. Go ahead and break this. We got a pot crystal out of it. Heck yeah. Go ahead and grab it. And we'll come spray this once more. And we got ourselves a purple ether tool as well. At any point at round 8 or later, we want to come here to spawn and we want to just walk or drive by this crate here. A Uber class is going to spawn from that. Now again, we want to go ahead and take Uber Klaus down. If you did not play Black Ops 6, you need to go ahead and shoot his shoulder pads. That is going to be his weak points. Also, if you have dead wire on your weapon, that is his weakness as well. So go ahead and shoot those shoulder pads off, and now you'll be able to do more bullet damage here. Once you kill him, another Klaus is going to come out. That's the Uber Klaus core. Go ahead and kill him. Once you kill him, he's going to drop this piece that we need. Go ahead and pick it up. It's going to be the stabilizer chip. And then from here, we can go on to the next step. So go ahead, hop back in Tessie, and we're going to be on our way. We want to head back over here to Ashwood. And this is going to be the Klaus step. Now again, I know there's been a lot of things going on at once, but you can do any of these in any order. You don't have to get the parts in a certain order. You can only get this chip that we just picked up, the stabilizer chip, at round 8 or later by killing Klaus, the Uber Klaus there. But everything else that you see, we got all of these already, and you can get them in any order. The Horde Husk here, you do gotta have Tessie though with the Abomination to be able to get. So do keep that in mind. So you want to have stun grenades and you want to come over here, interact with this store, and Klaus is going to be in here, interact with this to install that chip we just got. He's going to do a brief animation where he wakes up and falls back asleep. When he's sleeping like that, we're going to go ahead and throw 2 stun grenades through the door. So let me go ahead and clear some of these zombies out. I'm going to just line up right here and throw 2 stun grenades. When you do so, you should see this little star symbols above his head. That means you've done it correctly. He's going to wake up and break out of that. Now from here, we're going to head over to Ascension. And you do want to take Tessie. Let me go ahead and grab some armor really quick as well. But for this step, you do want to be in Tessie, so don't take the jump pad. You want to make sure you come down here to Tessie. Okay, with Klaus, you want to come over here to Ascension. Bring Tessie. Make sure you have Tessie. We're going to come right down here. And we're going to command Klaus to go in front of here. He's going to break this panel for us. Now, if you are playing on multiplayer, only the person activating this next step needs to stand in the circle that's going to pop up. And if any other players step in it besides the player that activates it, so you're going to come up here, activate this, you're going to stand in this circle. If you're on solo, you just stand in it. If you're on co-op, only the person that steps into it needs to stand in this. If your teammates step into it, when they did not activate this, it's going to pause the timer and it's not going to work. Now also, you do need to know if you step out of this, it's going to fail the step. So make sure you do not step out of this circle once you start it. Once it's done, collect the canister. Now, do know you cannot sprint when you have this, so you are going to be slowly walking. It's not a big deal. Hop in Tessie, and we're going to head back here to Ashwood. So what I like to do is just jump out right here. That way Tessie just rolls into the garage and is going to be repaired for us for when we need to get going. It'll already be repaired. And then we're going to jump over here and we're just going to interact with the machine here. And now we're going to just have to wait for this to extract the energy from it. Shoot any zombies that might go for it as well. It's really not that difficult. Once it's done, go ahead and pick it up. This is going to be a time step. Now what I do is I drop down here. I don't roll because the roll will actually drop the canister, at least on my keybinds the way I have it set up. But anyways, we're just going to hop in. That canister is going to be put in the back of Tessie, as you see. And now we want to head straight over this way to Blackwater. Coming here to Blackwater, we're going to interact with this machine. Same thing, just protected from zombies hitting it. Alright, once it's complete, go ahead and grab it. And we're going to go to our final destination, which is going to be back at the farm. And again, this is going to be the same thing, just killing these zombies that's going for it. Once you do that, go ahead and grab the energy core. And then from here, we're going to go all the way back down the steps here. Here in the cellar, we're going to interact here. And now this eyeball is going to open up. And then from here, we want to go get this input code. Okay, so before we take this, because what we're going to want to do is take this launch pad to Janus Towers. We want to take note of the symbol that's going to be on top of here, here, and here. So what you want to do is come over here, and you want to look at these symbols. Write down the symbols, take a picture, do a Snapchat, whatever you got to do to remember those 3 symbols. You'll see them a second time as we do got to launch back over there. So go ahead and launch back over. Now that you have the 3 symbols, we're going to head back down to the basement. And we're going to interact with the 3 sides of the cube. You want to do this until you find your symbol. I believe mine was a crosshair, right? Once you have the symbols, interact with the eyeball. And then once you do that, you're going to have the Wonder Weapon. Go ahead and interact with it. This is going to begin a short lockdown in which you are really learning how to use the Wonder Weapon. But you can still die at this part, so just be careful. It's going to shoot these orbs on the wall. You just want to shoot at them with the Wonder Weapon. And then you want to reload to recall those orbs to you. There's going to be a total of, I believe, 6 of them before it unlocks to let you out. During a lockdown, though, you are trapped in that little green circle. You're not able to leave, so do be careful. So now that we have the Wonder Weapon, we need to go back to the room that we did the Wisp mirror at, and we want to shoot it with the Wonder Weapon. This is going to drop us the powder that we need, and again, this is going to be another part to the serum. So go ahead and collect that. So after you pick up that powder, we're now going to have 7 of the 8 pieces of the serum. To get this last piece, we need to go ahead and get a bear to spawn in. And you can do that at round 16, sometimes at 15, but usually the bear spawns in at 16. But there is a way to go ahead and force spawn him in. And the bear's name is Zursa, by the way. So what we're going to do is, with that Wonder Weapon, we're going to come over here to Ascension. And once we arrive here, we want to go right here. You want to go prone and shoot the skull here. Its eyes are going to light up green. You're going to hear a little activation noise as well. And then we want to hop over the rail here. And then we're going to come over. There's going to be another skull here that we can shoot. Again, you don't have to do this. You can wait for the Zursa to spawn in at round 16 if you want. But this is a great way to force spawn them. And then you want to come down here. The last skull is going to be on the ledge there. This is right next to PhD. The Zursa is going to spawn in. And what we need to do is we need to kill the final blow with the lasers from the Margwa heads here. Or the Abomination heads, pardon me. I'm over here talking about Black Ops 3 Shadows of Evil. So get him just low enough to where... See, that's like perfect health there. So what I'm going to do is... I'm going to back up. I don't want to accidentally kill the zombie if I don't have to. I'm just going to go ahead and spray. Perfect. So he's going to drop the last part that we need. And this is going to be the mysterious limb. So go ahead and pick that up. From here, you're going to head back to this room. And inside this room, there's going to be a table that's going to have 6 plates on. These are all the plates that we needed to go ahead and get what we needed here. So these are all the serums here. They're now placed down from left to right. And I'm going to tell you what each one is. Talus, the conch, the fungi, oculi, powder, and limb. So take note of those names because we are going to have to interact with them in a certain order. Interact with the powder here. This is going to reveal a code on the chalkboard behind us. That zombie just died so dramatically too. Anyways, you want to take note of this code. Now, you might not even need all of these, so if you do have the powder and you're still missing some stuff, just come over, put it down, because you might not even need everything. And I just scored a perkaholic. How awesome is that? That's so good. Okay, anyways, take note of this. I'm going to go ahead and pause the game. You're going to take note of this code here, and to make your life even easier, I do have this website that you can use. So I'm going to pull this website off to the side here so you can see what I'm talking about. And on this website, it's going to be linked down in my description so you can easily do this yourself. You're going to want to take this first line, line it up with whatever is on here. So this first line here is going to be limbs, so click that. The second line here is looking like it's going to be fungi, so go ahead and click that. And then the third line is going to be the talus, so go ahead and click that. Now this is going to show the order in which we need to go ahead and interact with these. The first one is going to be on the left, and we're going to go in this order from left to right. So the first one is going to be mysterious limbs that we need to interact with. The second one is going to be the mushrooms, and then the third one is going to be the bones. So make sure you interact with these in the corresponding order from left to right. The left one's going to be the first, middle second, the furthest right is the third one. So mine is mysterious limb, so I'm going to interact there. And then my next one is going to be mushroom. And my final one is going to be bones. Then I'm going to go ahead and hit add blood here. That's going to pop up if you've done it correctly. If you interact with the 3 incorrectly, you're going to have to wait till the next round to do this. So once you do this, it's going to do a little lockdown. You're going to have limited health. But a key here is to actually use the wonder weapon, as this is going to give you health back when you kill with it. Now you can also come in here with a toxic growth charge as well. If you want that extra protection, go ahead and throw that down. That'll help protect you as well, as it's going to slow the zombies down and potentially kill them on the way over to you. So once this is done, all the smoke's going to disappear like this, and then we're now going to be able to leave the area. During that lockdown, you're not able to leave, just so you know. Now, at this part, this can be a little bit more daunting, as now we have to collect 3 different keys, and you can do this in any order. I always like to do this yellow key first, but essentially there's going to be a yellow key, a red key, and a green key, and each one of these keys is going to give you a debuff temporarily. Now, the first key location can be right here, up on the ledge. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in on my video edit to show you. And this is going to be the yellow key. Now the yellow key is going to get our melee weapon out. Once we pick it up, we're going to be forced to use the melee weapon. The second spot is going to be here on the bridge. And again, I'm going to zoom in on my edit here to show you what I'm talking about. So it's not there either, but it's going to be right here. So if we come out of the ledge here, right here, you can see it faintly glowing. It's going to be right here. What you need to do is shoot your wonder weapon and then reload to suck it back to you, pick it up. Now again, this is the melee one, so we are going to be forced to have our melee weapon out. And then what I like to do is drive Tessie and then hop out at the last second so it just automatically parks into the garage. Again, repairing your Tessie for the next key. So we're going to go up this route here. This is the fastest route to get to this stone here, or the cube. Go ahead and interact with it. You don't knife it. Ironically, you do not knife. but you do interact, and that's going to break one of the 3 chains. And so from here, we're going to go get the green key. Make sure you have monkey bombs or ether shroud. This is a very hard step. I'm going to walk you through all the locations here. So again, there's 3 locations just like the other spot. First location is going to be up here. It's going to be on the shelf. If it's not there, head over, look inside this blue crate. It can be right there in the entrance. And if it's not there, it's going to be under the ship. And this, in my opinion, is the worst location here. But I'm going to go ahead and shoot this. I'm going to throw a monkey bomb for extra precaution. And then right here, you're going to see it. It's right in there. Go ahead and bring it out. This is going to make you move super slow, as you see. Make sure you have Tessie right next to you, because if not, you are definitely getting bodied. Grab your Tessie, and then you're going to head back here to Ashwood. It's going to be pretty much the same ordeal. I always like to go on this outer right side here. I get out Tessie, let it charge up for the next key, and then we're going to take this zip line up here. And as you see, this is the fastest we can move with this key. This is probably the hardest key. It's a turn up between this and the red key. The next key we're doing is the red key. So go ahead and interact. That's one more chain broken. Now this last key we got to get is the red key. For this, again, I would recommend you having your ether shroud or having monkey bombs or Casimirs. But again, I'm going to walk you through all 3 locations. So from here, we're going to go straight through here. This is going to be the dinosaur graveyard. It's called the Orda graveyard. Now the first location can actually be right here inside this T-Rex. You just shoot right here. I'm not seeing it there, so we're going to go ahead and hop in our car. Second location is going to be right up here on top. It's going to be on the teeth of the T-Rex. I'll zoom in on the edit. If it's not there, your last location is going to be up the hill next to the truck. Which honestly, I think this is probably the easier location out of the 3 spawns. It's going to be right here on the side. Go ahead and grab it. Now this is going to drop your health down super low, so do be careful. But do know you can shoot your wonder weapon and get your health back up, but it's going to be a very slow process in doing so. So I'd recommend not even chancing it. Just grab the key, hop in your vehicle, and then head back to Ashwood as soon as you can. From here, just jump out. You can sprint with this, which is awesome. Again, we're just super low on health. That's the only problem here. Go ahead and interact with this, and then you're going to get yourself a cutscene. Okay, after that awesome cutscene, we're going to have this here. Go ahead and grab that barrel. And we need to go build this on Tessie. So go ahead down to the garage and put this on Tessie. Again, if you're going to jump off the ledge like I do, hold your crouch key before you fall so you can go into that roll and take less fall damage. So come over here, upgrade Tessie. We now have this laser on Tessie. And what we want to do from here is we're going to get into the seat here and we're going to shoot this clock. Once we shoot the clock, go ahead and take your wonder weapon and you're going to shoot one of the sides of the faces of the clock here. Doesn't matter what side you shoot, just go ahead and pick a side. And then what I like to do, depending on what round you are, is going to kind of depend on the order you do these, but you can do these in any order. But the way I like to do things is I like to come over here to Ascension first. So go here. Now you can trick shot these 2 satellites if you feel ballsy enough, but I like to do it to where you just come over and you shoot it. You're going to shoot that one there. It's going to slow down. And then we need to shoot this one as well. But to do so, we actually have to head back over to the clock and siphon more energy. So I'm going to head back over there. I'm going to wait for the zombie to kind of get away from that jump pad because I want to stay on this round. I don't want to flip the round on accident. So I do want to mention when you come over here, every time the round flips, you're going to have to get in Tessie and shoot this clock to reactivate it. But because we're on the same round, we can siphon some more energy out. And you can do this up to 3 times. You can't do it on 4, which is... I don't know why they designed it like that. Honestly, I think it's a bad design. They should have allowed us to do all 4 sides, but you can only do 3 sides per round. So now we're coming back over. We're going to shoot this next one here. So as you see, that one's lit up. So we're going to come shoot this one. And then make sure you come over to the side. You don't want to accidentally shoot that thing in front of it as it'll block the shot. Now you're going to come in here, you're going to go ahead and just drop a pause to where you can see whatever symbols these are on the screen. It doesn't matter what is showing, you just pause it as soon as you see 2 pairs of symbols. And then for that, we can use this website again that I have linked down in my description. And what you want to do is you just want to find whatever symbols these are. So on this website here, we're going to find this symbol here and this symbol, and we're going to match it up with whatever is on here. So right here, this is going to be the weapon one. So when we click this and then click these other symbols in, it's going to show us our numeric code that we need. Now, it doesn't matter if, because we know this is weapon, right? Let's say this symbol popped up instead first. Well, if we put this in and then put this in and put this in, it's always going to be the same code. So no matter what symbols you get for weapon, and does not matter what order you put these in at, it's always going to give you the same code back. So now we have the code 220400151413. So with that newly acquired code, what we want to do is we're going to see all these monitors lit up here, and there's going to be a big red button on these monitors, and these numbers are going to be flashing. The monitors are going to be flashing numbers through them. You want to come over and you want to shoot the red button when it is your number of the code. And from left to right is the way we're going to do this. So again, my code is going to be 2204. So this first monitor from left to right is going to be 2204. Oh, that didn't register. Sometimes when you shoot the red button, it doesn't register. Just go back and do it again. As you see, this one is being a pain in the butt because that should have definitely activated, but it did not. It's finicky. There we go, 2204. And then I have 00, 15, 14, 13. Wow, that's actually probably the easiest one you can get. Okay, if you've done it successfully, you're going to get this noise, you're going to see this, and we are going to see the rocket blast off. You can sit here and watch it if you want, but you don't have to. You can actually move on and continue to the next one if you would like. Now, because I've already shot all 3 sides, I've already siphoned 3 energies this round, I do need a flip to go on to the next step. Okay, so I just flipped around, I got in Tessie, and I shot the clock. It's now glowing. If you see this lightning storm behind you, I would recommend going and doing this one as soon as you see that, because this lightning actually, if you miss this round, it's going to take 2 rounds to come back. There is a cheeky way to go ahead and spawn the lightning automatically for you on whatever round you're on if you would like to, but I would recommend just going and doing this if it's already there. So again, I've shot the clock with Tessie, it's lighting up. So from here, I'm going to go ahead and siphon some energy out of this. Just like that. I'm going to try to train some of these zombies over this way. I really don't want to run these zombies over and flip around. I'm going to try to back up as fast as I can here. Perfect, perfect. And then we want to zoom over here as fast as we can, because as soon as you siphon this energy, it doesn't last forever. There is a time limited thing when you siphon the energy from the clock. So you do want to be moving relatively quick. So the way I like to do this, I'll pull up right in front of this red truck here, just like so. I hop out, and I want to run over here really quick, and I want to summon Clausen. So open this garage door, summon Clausen, and then go ahead and shoot the clock. That's going to freeze time. It's going to slow things down. Now there's going to be 3 zombies that we need to get up into these certain lightning colors. The first one is going to be here, this red one, and you can do these in any order as well, but this is the most efficient way I found to do this. So go ahead, grab him. You want to lead him into this red lightning, and then from here, we're going to go ahead and hit Klaus down there. As you see, that one's done. Have Klaus come over here and stomp the zombie here. He's going to wake that zombie up. And then what I also like to do is I like to run in here really quick. You got to have melee macchiato for this. It's going to wake this zombie up. The blue zombie is going to go up here. And the yellow zombie, the mechanic's going to go up top here. So I'm going to walk right over here. I'm going to come right up here. Alright, there's that one. Now you're only going to be able to do 2 of these zombies at a given time because they don't give you enough time. But as you see, this blue zombie's up. And what we can do is we can actually force this lightning round one more time on the round that we're on. So let's go ahead and do that. get the lightning round to spawn, we're going to go to whatever light pole has lightning on it. There's going to be 3 different options. The first one could be here. So we're going to go ahead and shoot it. We're going to move this zombie out of the way because we don't want to actually flip it around. But as you see, now we're going to have lightning coming out of this pole here. And let me just run through. I'm going to show you the 3 locations. The other pole is this one here. So it's either going to be this light pole, or it's going to be this light pole here. And then if it's not those 2, it's going to be here. But essentially, you're going to look for whichever one has the sparks. And then you're going to shoot that one. And then you're going to go to the next one, which this one's here. And then I know my final one is over here. So it's going to be right here. So we're going to go ahead and shoot this. Now that's going to trigger the lightning for us. However, we do have to go siphon some more energy back. Because as you see, we cannot shoot the clock because we don't have the energy siphoned in our weapon. So we're going to head right back to Ashwood. And we're going to siphon more energy up. So go ahead, shoot it. Reload to siphon it back up. And then you want to head right back over. Now again, if you don't do the steps that I just did with the light pole, it's going to take 2 whole rounds before this lightning comes back. So I would just recommend doing this little side Easter egg to go ahead and trigger it. It's going to save you a lot of time and honestly just save you a big headache. So from here, go ahead, shoot the clock. We got our diner waitress here, and we already know she needs to go over here to the blue. So we're going to come right over here and lead her over here. She's going to get zapped like this. And now we're done. So now we have the diner one done. So we can move on to the next one. And again, you can do these in any order. You can do the diner one first. You can do the ascension one first. Or you can do the farm one, which is the one we're about to go do now. Now you may have these TED trials pop up. I highly recommend doing these if you have the time and resources to do so. They're usually very easy to do. And you get really good rewards from doing them. Okay, we got 1 perk off that, but we did get monkey bombs as well, which is a huge dub. Okay, the round has flipped. We're going to go ahead and shoot the clock once more. And then we're going to head to the farm. I'm going to actually rent some of these zombies real quick because we don't want to have this many zombies. Okay, so we want to go ahead, shoot the clock again. We're going to siphon that energy, and now we're going to head to the farm. Okay, arriving here to the farm. For this step, I would really recommend having monkey bombs or Casimirs. Even decoys right here at the beginning would be helpful because what we want to do is we want to run in here, look at the clock, and then we want to stand wherever that clock's at on the table here on the floor. What this is going to do is it's going to make this guy here, he's going to turn his head very slowly. You want to make sure you do not shoot your wonder weapon while it's glowing like that because you will shoot the energy away. But once his head's red like that, you want to go ahead and shoot it. And then this is going to spawn in objects around the farm that we need to collect. The first one's going to be up here. Go ahead and grab that. Now you can collect these 4 objects in any order, but this is the way I do it. Second one's going to be here. The third one is going to be up here inside the farm. Right here. And the final piece we need is going to be down in the cellar. And it's going to be over here in this bathtub. Now we have the 4 ritual pieces that we need. Again, I would highly recommend you have some type of monkey bombs or Casimirs. Even Frenzy Guard would be very useful at this part of the Easter egg. So we're going to interact with these 4 circles here to put these items down. And you can put these in any order. It does not matter. But whatever item you put down last is the item you have to interact with to start the ritual. So before we get started, I do want to mention too, something that's very helpful for this is there is an insta-kill right here that we can shoot. And that's going to actually be really useful for this step as well. Because essentially what we're going to do is we're going to have this lockdown. Zombies are going to be attacking all 4 of these objects. And it gets pretty chaotic the more the time goes down. So basically we're going to want to try to protect those for as long as we can. It has a health bar and we have a timer bar on which we have to go ahead and protect them for X amount of time. So once you're ready, you can go ahead and get started. Just interact with whatever the last object was you put down. This is going to start it up. Now what I like to do is go ahead and activate that. I like to stand up here on top because I can kind of get a good view of all 4 spots. And then I shoot this insta-kill. That way I can kind of get a good view on what's going on. And I can crowd control these zombies a lot easier with this insta-kill. As you see, we got 49 seconds left. We got our insta-kill on. And then we also have our 2 monkey bombs we can still use. Because you're definitely going to need to use them. Especially if you're playing solo. This is more manageable on co-op. But on solo, it is definitely more challenging. So I'm going to go ahead and throw my first monkey bomb. I like to throw it more out. Oh, okay. Oh, we'll just rebound off the zombie's head and backboard of his head. Okay. It's not where I was trying to throw that, but it works, I suppose. Oh, we just got another insta-kill, too. How about that? Shout out to the zombies back of the head there. Really helping us out here. But essentially, you could just throw another monkey bomb if you need to. But we did just get lucky with that insta-kill. But alright, we have just completed that. You'll get this. You'll know it's completed. If you failed this step, you do have to wait till the next round. Any of these steps you fail on, you do got to go ahead and flip to the next round to go ahead and try again. Okay, now that we have all 3 of those done, we can do the last one. The last one you are not able to do, being at Blackwater Lake, until you have the first 3 done, being at the farm, Ascension, and the diner. But I do want to show you guys something really quick. I highly recommend having the Ether Shroud for this if you're playing solo. This makes this a lot easier. But if you come over here to the Ascension, and we come down over this way here, and if we peek through the fence here, we're going to see our full power. It's going to be right there. You can shoot that. Go ahead, get whatever power up you need. You can do this at any point of the Easter egg, obviously, for whatever power up you might need throughout your Easter egg. I just wanted to mention that because I know it's going to be very helpful with whatever you're doing. Okay, because it's a new round, go ahead and shoot it. And then we're going to do what we've been doing, siphon the energy into our wonder weapon. And now we're going to head over here to the Blackwater Lake. So come over to the docks here, interact with this orb at the end. Once you've interacted with that, you're going to head inside. And then we're going to come into this projector room. This is where I like to have Ether Shroud. And we want to shoot the projector with our wonder weapon. And we want to take note of this. So axe, back, shed, front. Axe, back, shed, front. Axe, back, shed, front. So we're going to go in the order that we saw. So it's going to be the axe one here. We're going to go ahead and shoot these rails. The back one is going to be here, right next to the ammo box. And then the shed one is going to be here. And then the front one is going to be inside the cabin up by right above the melee macchiato. It's going to be on the shelf here. Go ahead and shoot that. You'll get the little audio confirmation. And then from here, we want to go ahead and summon Clausen. Now, at any point at this step, if you shoot the wrong reel, you are going to be jump scared. And you will have to wait till the next round to go ahead and do this again. You'll be able to go back on the same round, siphon the energy, shoot the projector to see your order, but you're not going to be able to input that until the next round. So now that we have Klaus, what we want to do is we want to head upstairs into the speed cola room. We're going to walk up to this. We're going to get this little audio quote, and then this box is going to open. You want to have Klaus come over here. I swear, this man takes his time like no other. Worst AI there ever was. He's going to interact with this and pull out this little detonator mabobber thing. You'll get the little quote from him as well. And then from there, we can actually go to boss fight. So if you're ready to go to boss fight, you're going to wait for him. He's going to come back over here. So now that Klaus has collected that part, we're good to go to the boss fight. He's going to be heading right here. Oh my god. Oh, the round just flipped to 15. Damn it. Waited too long. So once Klaus collects that part upstairs, he's going to head down here to the docks. Now this is going to initiate the boss fight, so make sure you have everything you need, all your perks, monkey bombs, Casimir, self revives, gobbles, whatever you might need, make sure you have it. Then you're going to go up to him and interact with him. You're going to see all these wisps over here at this pyramid. They're going to be flying all around. And what we want to do is we actually want to wait for all these to disappear. Because if we go too fast, we could actually fail this step. And that'll make more sense here in a second. But just stand here, enjoy the view, take a drink of your Sprite Zero, whatever you got to do. And just wait for all of these to go ahead and fly off. Okay, now that they have flown off, we can go on to the next step. There's this one little step that we have to do before we can get into the boss fight, which this is a little bit different compared to previous Easter eggs. We're going to hop in Tessie, and we want to run over these red orbs that have the white glow to them. Don't get them confused with the explosive ones. They do look kind of similar, but they're going to have that white glow to them. There's going to be 3 in each section that we're going to. There's going to be a total of 12 of them. So just follow the path I'm going. This is going to be the easiest way to do this. The next zone is right here. So we got 1 there. The second one is going to be here. And these always spawn in the same location every game. Our third one is here. So now we have 6 of the 12. We have 7 here. Immediately to the right is going to be 8. And then 9. And then we're going to make an immediate right here. We're going to have 10, 11, and our final one is right here. Once you have hit all 12 of those, it's going to spawn you into the boss fight. If you miss one and go out of the zone, you're going to have to wait till next round to initiate that again. Once you get into the boss fight, you can actually sit here for about 30-ish seconds before the boss actually throws you into the fight. But the boss fight will also initiate as soon as you look up at the ceiling. Okay, so in this boss fight, you're really going to be doing Beyblade the whole time. As soon as you spawn into Tessie, you want to go ahead and ram him here. Now, you're going to watch out. As soon as you get that first hit in, he's going to do this big old missile strike. There's going to be missiles everywhere. You just want to kind of drive around them. You can use your turbo boost if you need to get out of the zone, out of the way there. Now, they actually heavily nerfed this fight. Pre-patch, this fight was so much more aggressive and honestly a lot more difficult. It still is a difficult fight, especially solo, but prior to the patch, this was way more difficult because now we have these green orbs around the map that we can pick up to heal Tessie, where before they were limited and they did not respawn until the next phase, but now they constantly respawn. So if you need to hit these to heal Tessie, you really don't want Tessie to break, because if Tessie breaks, you're going to be in for an awful time. So basically the strat here is you're just going to keep doing your turbo boost up the ramp and running into the boss here. Now, if your turbo is not available when you go to do it, you can actually just kind of curve around again, like I'm doing here, and you typically get a speed boost if you had just used your boost there. So at this point of the fight, he's going to become invulnerable, as you see. He's immune. What we need to do is just boost into him. And you just need to make contact with him, either just running into him or shift running into him with your boost. And then that's going to go ahead and shoot out this orb over here. And what we need to do is we need to go over and grab that with Tessie. And then once you grab that, he's going to automatically go back to the center. And then you want to shift boost. As soon as you do that, get your gun out and start blasting away at his crit spot here. Hop out of the vehicle, hop back in. It's the fastest way. If you try to switch between seats, it takes a lot longer. So it's a lot faster just to hop in and out of the vehicle. Okay, Tessie just blown up, as you've seen there. Very unfortunate. If this happens, throw a monkey bomb. Get over to Tessie as fast as you can. Make sure it's safe to do so. And you want to go ahead and initiate this repair. So that was a very clean getaway there, as you see. Now we're going to go ahead and hit him to get another one of those white orbs to spawn in. There we go. Now the only way we can damage him as well, because he's invulnerable, is you have to get the white orb. And then again, you're just going to ram up, instantly switch over, and start shooting the crit spot. Jump out the car, jump back in. That's going to be phase 1. We're going to get a max armor that spawns in, as well as a max ammo. Now I do want to mention, in this fight, there is a max ammo and a max armor we can grab, but you can only grab it with the wonder weapon, and I'll show you the location for that. You have to do the suck animation to get it with the wonder weapon, but we have the armor up right there, and then the max ammo is going to be right here. But this is going to be essentially the same strat throughout this whole fight. We're going to dodge the missiles, and we are going to use this ramp here, ramp into them. You want to try to hit the crit spots too if you're able to. It does way more damage. During this missile barrage, just drive around, grab your health. After he does it, he'll return to the center here. So just go ahead, grab your health. These do respawn. They're very generous as well. And then rinse and repeat. Now the best thing you can do in this fight is just not panic. Just stay calm and collected. As soon as you start panicking, that's when all shit breaks loose. And you'll probably have a really hard time recovering if you start panicking. Just stay calm. It's going to be alright. As you see, Tessie's getting a little bit low on health, so I'm going to drive around, grab some of these orbs here. I like to try to keep Tessie at half health or more. Just keeps the fight going smoothly. We're just gonna zoom in between these. Okay, we can go ahead and hit him. Very nice. I did like 85k damage. Very nice. And we'll zoom back around. We don't even have our boost ready, but as you see, we did get a small little boost there by just turning around and coming up at that angle. And we'll go ahead and boost, hit him again. Right now he's getting mad. He's going to do his missile barrage here. Just drive around it, be calm, grab your health pickups on the way. Okay, he's calmed down, so we're going to shoot back up. Alright, we got him half. Hit him again. Grab our pickups. Alright, he's going into his invulnerability mode. Same deal we've been doing. You hit him to get him to spawn it. Sometimes he will shoot it out. It's not very rare that he does that. But to instantly get that beam to come out, you just got to run into him. Go ahead, pick it up, hit him, switch to your turret, instantly start blasting. Hop out, hop back in. I'm going to speed off. I'm going to collect some of these pickups on the way to hitting him. Alright, we got our beam over here. Let's go pick it up. Switch to your turret, start blasting. Hop out, hop back in. Oh my god. They literally would not let us get back in. That was crazy. But did you see I did not panic? I didn't panic. But I am about to hop out real quick to plate back up. Alright, I'm going to hop back in. Oh, I guess that was kind of goofy because we had the full armor right there. Whoops. It's all good though. Alright, this part of the fight, he can instant wipe you here. You got to be very careful. When you see this purple beam coming out, you really want to focus on non-stop hitting him in the middle here. So don't get too far from this. Just instantly turn around. And you just want to keep going as fast as you can here to not let him get that purple beam off. Because he gets that purple beam off, you're going to be taking a lot of damage. He can insta wipe you with it. If you don't have any shields especially, you'll get instantly wiped. So just keep that in mind. You just want to keep doing this as much as you can. Just kind of turn around, do your little U-turn, jump back up, hit him. Alright, perfect. That's what we want. That gives us a little bit of some chill time. He's going to do his missile barrage. I'd rather deal with this missile barrage than the purple thing because the purple thing, like I said, will do so much damage. And he's doing it right now, so turn around. Oh, he did get it off. He did get it off. As you see, it's doing a crap ton of damage to Tessie. It's going to blow Tessie up. No worries. We got our monkey bomb. I'm going to throw the monkey bomb. I'm going to lay down. Oh, it didn't blow Tessie up? What? Didn't Tessie not just get blown up? I thought Tessie got blown up on that. That's my bad. Alright, anyways. We're going to hit him. Okay, this is a perfect example. So he got it off again. Perfect example of what I was trying to show you. Okay, Tessie just broke. No worries. We got Ether Shroud. We're going to go ahead and build this up. Also, if you do not have Tessie, when he shoots that laser beam, you're going to want to just come over here. I'm going to show you for an example here. Just to show you what to do. If your Tessie's broke, you're going to come over here. You're going to dive down and hide behind this wall. Because if he hits you with that laser beam, it's going to do a lot of damage, like I said. So just lie down behind this wall. Blast everything. Get up. Go build your Tessie back up. And then get back into the battle. Anyways, we're just going to hit him. We're going to turn around. And we're going to hit him again. Just like that. We're doing good. Blast him. Very nice. We're going to turn around. And we're just going to keep blasting him. Again, like I said, anytime he's doing this purple strike, we really want to try to be as quick as we can to stop it. So just play around the center there when he's in this phase. And this is his whole last phase. He does this. Okay, once we do enough damage, he's going to go into this little phase here. Where it's the same thing. We're just going to hit him. We're going to grab our beam here. Which is over there. So let's get Modian over there. Alright, we're a little too slow on it. That's okay. It's going to give us some time to get some of these hill pickups real quick. Alright, we're going to run into him again. And let's go grab our hill pickup. And then we'll grab the beam. And then he's going to go straight to the center. Boom. Switch to your turret and start blasting. Now we're going to have to do this probably one more time. I don't think we're going to get enough damage in. Yeah, he still needs like 3 more hits of this turret. No biggie. This is nice. He actually went straight back to the tornado, which is really cool. This makes our life actually a lot easier. So what we're going to do is we're going to head over there. I don't think we're going to make that one in time because that one kind of prematurely got off there. Yeah, we didn't make that one in time. No worries. We'll just hit him again. And we'll go collect our beam. And then to the center. Boom. Turret. And blast. Congratulations, you have finally beaten this Easter egg. And I just want to give you a big congratulations. I know this Easter egg can be very daunting and very hard, especially solo. But there we have it. If you guys found this video helpful, consider dropping a like and a sub to the channel. And as always, peace and prosper, much love. We'll see you on the next one. Like.